Can you imagine that Daniel waited all night in a lion's den facing a scary situation of something that could have awakened and consumed him, but he used it as a pillar and all of them slept all night? Have you thought about the fact that Abraham and Sarah waited 25 years for their promised child Isaac to be born? Do you realize that young Joseph, who was falsely accused, sat in prison for a minimum of 13 years? It was so long that, he'd had no facial hair when he went in. He was a young teenager. When he came out, he had a full beard, and his brothers came to see him. They didn't even recognize him. He had learned another language, and he talked to them through an interpreter. They had no idea that that was their brother. That much time had passed, but he waited. But it was worth the wait, because he was made second in command under Pharaoh himself. You know, when Moses was called of God, he waited on the backside of the desert. You know how long? 40 years. Can you imagine? 40 years and didn't hear a word from God. 40 years just waiting. But I'm telling you, the W-E-I-G-H-T of your ministry will determine the W-A-I-T. He had to W-A-I-T a long time because he had something that he was carrying, the deliverance of over 2 million people.